Why hello there everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. So today we are doing something big. Today we're heading over to Nookazon to buy 1,000 mystery grab bags. We're doing this today for a couple of reasons. Firstly, in one of my previous Nookazon videos where I bought and opened 500 mystery bags, I asked you guys to get that video to 250 likes to show that there was enough interest in me making this video, and you guys have done that, which is absolutely insane, so thank you to everyone for that. Next, I thought this video would be a super fun way to celebrate this channel reaching 1,000 subscribers. So today I'm buying one mystery grab bag to represent every single one of you who helped me reach this incredible milestone, because quite literally I would not be here without you, and to thank you all for making our little corner of the internet the way it is. So with all of that being said, let's get into this absolute marathon of a video. As always with these Nookazon videos, I want to quickly run through the buying process before we get into the exciting bit of actually opening the bags and seeing what we get. One thing which has changed since my previous Nookazon mystery grab bag opening video is the introduction of the option to specify the types of items which are in the mystery grab bags. You do still have the option to not specify though, which I noticed was still very common. Because of this, I aimed to get a decent amount of almost every type of bag, except for the clothing bags, because I just don't really care much for the clothing in this game, aside from what I already have in my storage. I don't know about you guys, but I pretty much just dress my villager how I dress myself in real life, which is more or less just jumpers, jeans and boots all year round. Also, while these aren't something which selling players can officially specify, I'll also try to buy a few luxury mystery bags, in quotes, or bags which players specifically charge a premium for after specifying in their bio that they will contain rarer items. I already know before we get into buying the bags that this will be a very expensive video, so to try to help me with that, in my last Nookazon video I actually put together and sold some of these luxury mystery bags myself, as well as some other rare items, and I made a good amount of bells from that. As I mentioned, while I did make a good amount of bells beforehand to spend on this video, I did have to go in high with my offers right off the bat, as players were being very competitive, even though I wanted to try and be as conservative as I could with my cash, where I could. One way I tried to do this was, instead of trading with bells or Nook Mile tickets, I instead tried to trade with people's wishlist items where I had them already in my storage. And just so you guys know, I did not by any means buy all of these mystery grab bags in one day. It took me about a week to buy them all, where I'd be trading for a few hours to quite a lot of hours each day. A reason for this was the fact that mystery grab bag listings definitely don't seem to be as common or frequent as they were in the last video that I did. And because of that fact, I of course didn't film this whole video in one day, and because of the new categories of which mystery bags can fall under, I'll be honest, it was a bit of a challenge to keep track of it all. But other than this, the selling process was just pretty straightforward and quite repetitive, if I'm honest. It was around the 700 mystery bag mark that I started to experience some lag on my island, and when I was also struggling to find space for the new bags which I was buying. But I managed to wang jangle them into every free corner I had, pretty much. Before we get into opening the bags, I want to take a minute to highlight some of the super kind players that I came across during this buying process, because once again, the generosity of people on this platform has not ceased to amaze me. So after trading with one player, I got a message from them a little while after our trade asking if I wanted them to pop back over to my island with some items that they had seen on my wish list, which was super lovely of them and completely unexpected. They actually gave me some of the pocket camp items, which I'll be talking about a little bit more later. To compensate them, I gave them some items that they were after too, mainly a couple of variations of the kids tent that I had lying about in my storage that I knew I'd never use. One player also gave me 40 mystery bags for $3.99 because they quite literally said that they had too many bells and weren't accepting anymore. Then finally, I had a player who was super helpful and made up for me 150 bags for a kind of group price, I guess, of 1,250,000 bells before they even listed them on the site, which was super kind of them and really helped me make progress towards hitting the 1,000 bag goal. goal. So on the off chance that any of those amazing players are watching, thank you so much, and without further ado, let's get into opening the bags. So one thing I feel like I didn't do very well in my previous Nookazon mystery grab bag opening video was actually showing you guys and explaining what we got. So I'm going to do my best to put out all the standout items so you guys can see them a little bit better. But with that said, I won't be saying every single item that we got, because we got a lot of standard boring items and a lot of repeats of those standard boring items. So it wouldn't be very fun to watch or listen to. But throughout this section of the video, I'll definitely be playing clips of me opening some of the bags so you can get a bit of a sense of what we got in that respect. Firstly, I started by opening the material bags, as those were the ones which we had the least of. Excuse the pun, but it was a bit of a mixed bag. I will never complain about getting wood. We got 6 stacks of softwood and 4 stacks of hardwood, and finally 2 stacks of regular wood. We also got 17 pieces of young spring bamboo and 1 stack of regular bamboo. I never really use bamboo furniture in my decorating, but I suppose it's worth having. Unfortunately, we did get 7 stacks of sticks, which will probably be going straight into my bin because I'm pretty sure that I have hoarded every single stick I've collected since the start of the game, but at the same time, I was expecting to get a bunch of shells. So far, we didn't get any of them, which is great. We then got 5 stacks of stones, 5 stacks of clay, and 6 stacks of iron, which was amazing. It's these kinds of materials, along with the wood, which I can now never be bothered to collect, so I'm happy to have kind of an excess of them in my storage now. Other miscellaneous materials we got included a wasp nest, a few bags of white rose flowers, some cherries, a random tailor ticket, and a standing toilet. I'm not sure how this got in with these bags. As for the more exciting materials we got in this round of mystery bags, we got a stack of gold rose flowers, some seasonal materials like snowflakes and round mushrooms, 5 gold nuggets, and 2 stacks of regular star fragments and a stack of large star fragments. I will never complain about getting star fragments because I hardly ever play at night, which means that it is extremely rare that I come across a meteor shower to try and get star fragments myself. So overall, for these material grab bags, if I do say so myself, I think we got pretty lucky here. I just wish that people would put up these types of listings more often, as I noticed that they were fairly rare while trying to buy them, which is why we don't have all that many of them. Next, I decided to move on to the specifically furniture bags, as these were taking up a good amount of space, which I thought I'd need to use later. Throughout the clips of me opening these bags, as I said, I'll be setting out some of the standout furniture pieces which I came across. These included the Sanrio frog bridge and lantern. I have no idea how you say it, the frog guy's name, so I'm sorry about that. We then also got the double Gloucester cheese wheel. I didn't actually even bother to play the Cheese Day event festival thing, if it even was a festival and not just items that you could buy through the Nook Stop, but I'm glad that I have those items at least now, I suppose. I like cheese, I guess. We then also got some holiday items, like a few festival drums and a festival lamp. We also got a spooky table, which is definitely my least favourite item in the spooky set, but oh well. I also got some items from the bug off, like the artisanal bug cage and the termite mound. I like having more than one of these items, as I've only played the bug off once. I found that event stupidly dull and tedious. I don't know if that's a hot take, but anyway, I'm happy that I don't have to play the event more than once to get these items. In these bags, I also randomly got a My Melody top, as well as a few other random bits of clothing. It was at this point that I realised my home storage was nearly completely full. It was very much so an oh crap moment. What the heck am I gonna do with all of this stuff? But that's an issue for me in the future for sure. The last round of bags I opened in the furniture category mainly contained clothing. I'm not sure if that was a mistake on my part for putting these bags in the wrong area, or on the seller for putting the bags they were selling in the wrong category, but oh well, this draws the furniture bag category to a close. On to DIYs. So for DIYs, I definitely know a good amount of them, but there are almost certainly some that I don't know. Before opening these, I had a good feeling that I'll get a butt ton of very basic ones, like the Matryoshka, I think is how you say it, which seems to be one that I get all the time on my own island. I'll start off by telling you guys which ones were new to me. These were the shell arch and shell table, the steel frame wall, the wooden block stool, and cardboard chair. How the hell did I not know these ones already is what I want to know. Then we got the Zen style stone, the sandy beach flooring, the peach wall, the stone lion dog, the fancy rose wreath, the dark wooden mosaic wall, the gold screen wall, and finally the Aquarius urn. I was so happy to get this one. As I mentioned previously, I never play at night, so I very rarely get to see Celeste to get these Zodiac DIYs, so I was really happy to get this one. Next, I'll mention the DIYs which I pulled out of the common rabble, if you will. I separated these into an A tier of DIYs, like holiday DIYs, then a B tier of ones that I think generally people will just want to buy if I decide to sell them on Nookazon later. So the A tier included 6 bunny day DIYs, including 2 crown recipes, the flooring recipe, the bag recipe, and the glowing garland recipe. At first, I thought that last one there might have been one that I didn't know, which may have been added into the bunny day event for this year, which I admittedly didn't play, but apparently I already knew it, so I guess it wasn't new. We then also got some winter recipes, namely the snowflake pouchette and the ski slope flooring, and then 2 star ones. The B tier included a lot of shell items like the shellfish pouchlet, the shell partition, a few shell ones and wreaths. I'm not sure if these are rare at all or just ones that people might want to buy, as I think they complement the mermaid set quite nicely, so I'll keep them back for now, but feel free to let me know in the comments down below if these are pretty worthless ones. We then also got a couple of gold DIYs like the golden seat, gold dishes, gold armor, and the golden arowana model, and finally 2 ironwood recipes, which were the low table and clock. I know people always go crazy for the ironwood recipes, so I definitely wanted to keep these separate from the rest of them. And as for the rest of the DIYs, just assume that they were mainly birdhouses, sauna heaters, wooden toolboxes, and bamboo spheres pretty much. Overall, I was very surprised with how many decent DIYs we got, even though most of them were duplicates for me, but with that being said, I also got a lot which were new to me too, which was a lot more than I expected at least. Now I just have the issue of having to get rid of all the other DIYs. Maybe one day I'll host a massive yard sale, but honestly, I might just sell the really basic ones to the Nooklings. I wonder how many other players these have been passed between in mystery bags before they even got to me. Okay, I've put it off for long enough. Now it's time to get to the behemoth, which is the category of regular unspecified bags. I'll say right off the bat that opening these bags took way longer than I expected. I'm not kidding, just opening them took about 3 hours to do because as I went, I had to find places to put all the new items that we were getting in them. But anyway, opening up the first round of bags, it seemed to be a fairly even spread between furniture, clothing, flooring, rugs, and wallpapers and materials. However, my heart sank a little bit as I saw that a bunch of bags contained singular units of materials, like 1 piece of coral, 1 peach, or 1 piece of softwood. Then there would be multiples of those bags, so say that I got 6 individual peaches across 6 bags. And I'll say it right here, if you're planning on making up and selling your own mystery bags on Nookazon, which as I've noted before is an amazing way to make money on this platform, do not do this to other players. It just feels a little bit scammy, especially considering how much players will typically pay for mystery bags. That's not to say that in every bag you have to include a full stack of materials, but I'd say that 10 units of an item should probably be the minimum. But on the flip side, this is just a risk that you run when using Nookazon, I suppose. Again, I'll be highlighting the notable mentions of things that we got. As for materials, we came across some more gold nuggets, some star fragments, 5 pearls, and about 23 Nook Mile tickets, which was very surprising. Again, I'm not all that interested in clothing, but we did come across a few interesting pieces, including 2 pairs of mermaid shoes, a set of Jack's robes, a wedding dress, the Sanrio frog hairpin, again, I don't know how to say it, and the Kiki and Lara wand. As for furniture, we came across across a lot of wedding items, which I was really surprised about, including the table, chair, a couple of benches, the flower stand, as well as the new items which were added into the event for this year. I think I came across every colour of the nuptial bells and also the ring cushions and door plates. An amazing person who frequently comments on my videos said that they sold some wedding items on Nookazon for a ridiculous price, so maybe that's an experiment I'll try at some point in the future. We also got some winter furniture items like the frozen sculpture and a beautiful pink frozen partition. We also got the Turkey Day garden stand. I was honestly a little bit surprised that I didn't get more holiday items, like items from Festival or Spooky Day, but again, I can't complain too much because I did get a moon and a nova light, which I was super happy about. Once again, these are from Celeste DIYs, which I'm yet to get, so I'm very happy to have the items now. We also got the Dodo Airlines model plane. I don't even know how you unlock this in the game, so I was really happy to get that. I also then got the campsite sign. For some reason, as I noted earlier, I've been unable to link my Nintendo account to Pocket Camp, so I've never got the exclusive items. So I'm glad to have this sign now for when I renovate my campsite soon. We also then got a few villager photos and posters, including Lucky's poster, Bo's poster, and Marina's photo, which I do already have, but because Marina is such a queen, there is no harm in having multiples. Really quickly in here, just because we didn't get all that many exciting ones, I'm gonna throw the flooring, wallpaper, and rugs into this category too. We got a Bunny Day rug, the pom-pom perina flooring, and also the cinnamon roll flooring, cinema roll, however you say that person's flooring. Also within these unspecified bags, we came across a couple of DIYs. A few which I didn't know were the cabin wall recipe, which I've wanted for a really long time, and now I have it. I'm definitely going to be making over my home. And also the flying saucer. I'm again always grateful to get Celeste DIYs. And the rest of them were fairly standard, but we did also find another shellfish poucher, which I'll hopefully be able to sell at an okay price. As you can see, the majority of the items we got from these unspecified bags were furniture pieces, which is fairly unsurprising. I know I got a lot of duplicates of items in here too. I feel like I got a lot of toilets and a lot of magazine stands in pretty much every pocket of bags I opened. But again, I was expecting this. After about 100 bags into this category, my home storage did in fact completely fill up. So I'll have to spend a good amount of time off camera sorting all of that out so I can see what kind of color variations of items I got. We then got a good amount of clothing too, not nearly as many as I expected actually, which was nice. Since the introduction of the new mystery bag categories to Nookazon, I definitely noticed a lot of players utilising the bag clothing category, which I appreciated, as now the unspecified bags seem to be a lot lighter in terms of clothing than they were in my previous mystery bag opening video. I also got a good amount of rugs, flooring and wallpaper, which is nice. I'm especially happy to get new rugs as I can never be bothered to slog through all of Sahara's dialogue anymore. I was definitely surprised by how many materials we got too, in addition to the bags which were specifically designated as material bags. Again, we got plenty of wood, which is always nice, but also some more meh items like the shells, especially when we were only getting one to a bag, and also some appraised fossils, which are pretty useless to me considering how I've completely filled up that part of my museum already. And finally, circling back around to the DIYs which we got in the mixed bags, they weren't too much to write home about, and we didn't actually get all that many, which came as somewhat of a surprise to me. But perhaps it shouldn't be, considering how frequently I saw DIY specific mystery bag listings coming up. Out of the ones we got, however, I again did find 2 DIYs which were new to me. I was especially happy about the cabin wall. Okay, we are over the biggest hurdle now, however we still had 23 bags left to open. These were the quote-unquote luxury bags. For all 23 of them, I spent 250,000 bells, which I thought was an amazing price considering how the seller stated in their bio that the bags would include bells, Nook Mile tickets, mermaid items, Sanrio items, and more. So I was honestly a little bit skeptical going in, but I was was totally proven wrong. The best bits of these luxury bags included some seasonal materials like 2 rainbow feathers, a lollipop, a pine cone, and 3 round mushrooms, 250,000 bells, so I literally made back what I paid, another 20 Nook Mile tickets, 12 regular star fragments and a cancer star fragment, a mermaid dresser, a bunny day tree, a pom-pom purin bed, and a few other random bits of furniture. Okay guys, so that's pretty much what I got from 1,000 mystery grab bags off of Nookazon. Making this video was an absolute mission. Now I've done it, I feel like I've gone through some kind of rite of passage or trial of fire or something like that. It was a challenge which took a lot of perseverance, but I got through it, and opening up all of these bags was also super fun, so I'm definitely glad I did it. Before we draw this video to a close, however, we still have a few more questions to address. Firstly, how much did all of this actually cost? As I got further and further into the buying process, I definitely lost track of how much I was spending and was being much more aggressive with the offers I was putting in. After my calculations though, I paid a total of 5,425,000 bells, 90 Nook Mile tickets, and a few odd items and materials which were on sellers' wish lists. Wow, I told you guys this would be an expensive video, but honestly, I thought I'd spend much more bells. Perhaps I should have been more aggressive with my offers in those rather than in Nook Mile tickets. So now we know the total figure I spent. Am I happy with what we got today? / do I think it was worth the money? I'm mostly happy. I'm glad that I got a good amount of DIY recipes which were new to me, as well as a good few items which I may be able to put on sale. I'm also glad that I got just about around 50 Nook Mile tickets. It definitely lessens the blow of how many I spent during the process of this video. Again, I'm also happy generally about the materials that I got. However, for the number of bags we bought, I was hoping to perhaps get some more rare items, especially furniture, perhaps more Sanrio stuff, or even just more holiday items, but perhaps that's me subconsciously just being a bit of a hoarder. As I mentioned, I definitely feel a little bit cheated by the bags from 1 or 2 players. I'm mainly talking about the bags which consisted of a majority of single unit materials. Like, what am I going to do with a singular rock or a singular piece of coral? It's just, that was a little bit frustrating, I'll be honest, but overall, forgetting those, very generally, I was super happy with what we got today. And the final question is, what the heck am I going to do with all of this stuff now? I don't really know is my answer. If you guys have made it to this point in the video and have any suggestions, please feel to leave them below. At the start of next month, I'll be in my new flat and with my new PC, so I'll finally be able to start streaming. Maybe it'll be fun to stream while opening up my island for a yard sale perhaps. But for now, quite frankly, all of this stuff will probably just sit where they are. Isabel is gonna have a heart attack, no doubt, but it's a good thing that she never leaves town hall, so maybe she'll never find out about it. But anyway, folks, that is where I'm going to be leaving this video today. If the video gets 1,000 likes, I'll do a part 3 where I buy 10,000 mystery grab bags from Nookazon. I'm absolutely joking. I never want to see a mystery bag ever again, but if you could just give it a like anyway, that'll be really nice. Thank you. Thanks again to every single one of you for helping this channel reach 1,000 subscribers and over 100,000 views. I cannot express my appreciation enough, but I hope this video shows that as much as it can. If you guys have any thoughts or suggestions, please feel free to leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to get to know me better as well as some of the other amazing people in our little corner of the internet, perhaps consider joining the Discord. We'd love to get to know you over there. But with that said, I hope you guys are having a great day and I'll see you again soon.